Hello everybody, Robert the Realtor here. I am at a property in Fort Collins and we're doing the inspection today, and my client has requested to be extra sure to have a meth test done. So I'm sure most people out there have absolutely no idea how this is performed. So Jim from Century Environmental, who's doing the test for us this morning, has very kindly offered to let me video him. So we'll chat with Jim a little bit here and you can learn a little more about meth and meth testing here in Northern Colorado.
Hi everybody, my name is Jim Dennison with Century Environmental. We do environmental testing in homes and other buildings. And we were asked to conduct a test to verify whether there's any methamphetamine, or meth for short, in this house, which, even though it's a great looking house, has a chance of having it, because you never know if somebody might have been in this house smoking meth at one point. So we're taking random samples of places that most likely accumulate meth in the house. We'll show you those places, or some of them. And we take swabs with alcohol and send them to a lab for a GC mass spec analysis, kind of like what you'd see on a CSI program or something, or an LC mass spec analysis that identifies whether the chemical methamphetamine is in the sample or not, and how much. It's a very reliable test. So we're in the dining area in a supply duct in the floor of the dining room. And this is another place where meth may accumulate, so it's a place we might sample sometimes. And I'll just take my swab in here so you can actually see how the swabbing is done. So the sampling is very simple. The judgment in this field is in having a good idea where to sample for a particular house, and then also what's the best way to accomplish a remediation at the lowest possible cost, if remediation is required.
Tell me what you're doing here, Jim, and why are we at the furnace for a meth test?
That's because if there's meth in the house, you'll always find that it accumulated somewhat in the HVAC system, which is the furnace and the ducts. So I'm now in the cold air return in front of the furnace here, where I put my square template for sample size in there. Sorry you can't see it very well, but it's down in here. And then I'll reach in there and carefully take my swab.
Brilliant.
So for the light.
So this is our fourth sample area and it's another direct air supply point. We've got our 4 samples. What happens next?
So we have them in our tube, which we send to the lab and get the analysis that I talked about for the chemical methamphetamine. And in 2 days, we will know if, as we hope, these samples have no meth on them. And if they do, then obviously the buyer will let the seller know and let them conduct additional testing as need be.